Morning, everybody. Chad, Doss Farms. Look at that. My goodness, I think we're gonna hit like 80 today or something crazy. You might be wondering if it's gonna turn 80, why is Chad wearing a hoodie? Well, I still don't feel that well. All right, let's dump some cubes for these girls. Whew. Boy, I tell you what, where's Lily at? She's pretty distracted. I'll tell you what, these girls have really softened up without Little Donk back here. Hey, are you eating so much you're getting the poopy butts? So, despite what this tractor looks like, despite what this pasture looks like, rather, there is, how long is this thing? About 600 feet by 60 feet of grass out on the front that I call the runway. And with just 3 little yearlings in here, you know, that first grass, they can get sick eating it. It's just that time of year, they can get scours and stuff, so you gotta watch them. But it's all good. You just have to be real careful and watch it. Make sure the poop is pooping out and not pouring out, if that makes sense. With that said, if you're new here, welcome and howdy. If you're old here, welcome and howdy. This is my lovely wife and my 40 acres in Northeast Oklahoma. We got cattle, pigs, donkeys, chickens, 3 dogs, 3 boys, 3 channels, always linked down below. And this is Princess, Allie, and Honey, last year's heifers. Pretty excited. We're actually gonna go see if her mom might have calved last night, because we've caught her mom twice now on a back camera where there's like no traffic. It's almost like she's looking for somewhere to have a baby. Yeah, that was last night. She was out there all by herself, and it's possible she was just walking around, but it sure looked like she was kind of on a mission, maybe walking up something off. Kind of like when a pregnant lady goes to the hospital or the mall before she gives birth and just walks the halls. I think that's what we were doing. And it's not her first calf. I think it's like her 3rd or 4th. Heck, it could be her 5th. So we're not too worried about her. She's an amazing mom. She actually kept Honey here on her about 5 months and actually started to pull her down when we went into the drier season. And you can see how big Honey is. Wow. Oh wait, we can go this way. We don't have to drive over the trench anymore. Pretty slick. I think tomorrow, depending on how I'm feeling, I'm gonna retrench this and get water to our chickens. I've already had to carry water for the chickens twice in 5-gallon buckets, and I'm over it, man. We didn't run 650 feet of water line to our cattle to then have to take water to the chickens. So it'll be all right. It won't be that big of a deal. I'll just get the trencher probably for like 4 hours, and I'll start right here, and I'll see if I can retrench this. I'm so hoarse. I feel a little better today. I don't want to jinx it, but I do feel a little better today. Today's Tuesday today. You guys are seeing this. I might retrench it, or I may just make a beeline for the what's that thing right there called? That big chicken coop. Man, might make a beeline for the chicken coop. And the reason I want to do that is I want to know like where my fence is, or where my water line is. And if I just stay about 10 feet off the fence, June bug. If I stay about 10 feet off the fence, I'll always know where it's at. And then we've got electric to run to this spot right here, so that this time next year, we'll actually have electric for our water heaters, and we won't have to do 500 feet of extension cords. So, which did work, by the way, just so everybody knows. I'm just saying, 500 feet of extension cords, ran 2 water heaters all winter long, negative temperatures, never had to break ice. Just saying. But that is a dedicated 20 amp breaker. The plug-in I was using is a dedicated 20 amp breaker, so that's the only reason it was able to carry that load. Morning, Miss Belle. Good morning. Good morning. Can I check something? Got any goop? Nope. Still clear. Yeah, somehow magically, I think she's she didn't get bred as fast as Nellie did, which kind of makes sense because Belle really never seemed to get pulled down. And what I mean by that is when a cow has a calf on her hip and you head into the drier months and they're trying to eat and grow a new baby and grow the baby that's on the ground already, like they've been rebred, sometimes it can pull that cow's health down. But she must have gotten bred after Nellie did because she does not appear as far along. I mean, she's definitely, definitely bred. But yeah. Beautiful cow. I sure wish she had a little better temperament. But I've tried to sell her. I've actively tried to sell her 2 or 3 times. So we'll see. Everybody just wants to know what it means when I tell them you're ornery. Yeah, they just want to know what it means. And I'm like, well, yeah. Speaking of ornery, these 2 knuckleheads. Uh-oh. What is that? Those are flies, taters. My goodness, they're already out. So they've been treated with ivermectin. That's really all they need. Flies are gonna happen. It is what it is. And you're gonna see them. That's how it is. So, what's up, buddy? Lily seems to really, really miss these 2. And I'm contemplating putting her back in here. Oklahoma is proposing that we set up a lottery system to hunt mountain lions. Now, that says 2 things. That says we don't have enough mountain lions for everybody to get a mountain lion tag. So for us to worry about a predator that's going to harm these calves, no animal in Oklahoma that's going to take out those calves at their age now. So I'm contemplating, I'm going to go check with Miss Ray. I might put Lily back over here just so she can be with her donkey friends. But I don't know. These animals have roles. You got to remember that. And we do like having a donkey on the roadside near the driveway because I do believe that it deters people to an extent. And, she'll get used to it. She'll fall into her role, but I am going to check with Ray and see what she thinks. Also thought about putting Lucy with the calves since she's growing a baby. And yeah, just a lot of options. It's nice that, we made a decision about Little Donk and moved him to another farm. It's nice to have options now because when you've got an intact male of any animal, you're kind of limited to where you can put certain animals. Just like when we wean Blue, he's going to be in with Frosty, and we don't want him and June nose to nose, so we're gonna have to put June over here. But I do believe June is rebred, but if she's not, that may upset Maximus, so then we gotta move June into here. So, but only having one intact male on the farm that we have to worry about that with makes it a lot easier to sort something out. Dude, where did you even come from? Hang on a minute. Hang on. I was gonna check Nellie, but I don't know where Maximus came from. Let's get it. We'll get up here and get away from them. Oh no, there they come. Watch out. Beep beep. Beep beep. Bunny. Beep beep. Man, I'll get it. My goodness. Let's get up here and get in a semi-grassy spot here. Hang on. Whew. Had to run a little bit. They were on me. Not in a dangerous way. They were very aware cubes were coming. What'd you guys do? Here it is. So like I mentioned, I came back here the other day with the, it's kind of a funny story. I came back here the other day with the lane shark and I was trimming some of this brush. And I don't even know where June was, but I had a bail on the back of the coyote for stability and I had it in the wrap. And so it's interesting. When I come in here, they kind of know when I'm working and they know when I'm feeding. So they didn't really follow me. But let me show you. I got back in there and got turned around, and I had to ditch my bale in order to get out. And I ditched it, made a 3-point turn, matter of like 8 seconds, man. That's all it took me to turn around once I dumped that bale. And there was no cattle out here. Like they were off doing their own thing. But in the 8 seconds, after being out here for 2 hours, I turn around and look at the bale and June's all over it. I don't even know where she was. I don't know where she came from. And it was sideways, still had the net wrap on it. I had to like flip it over, cut it. And then Junebug just stood up here and had herself her own bale for about 30 minutes before the rest of them figured out what was going on. Uncle Finn. What's up, buddy? Morning, Blue. Yep. June just has that, let's call it Hadar. She's got radar. Radar. She's got Hadar. She's honed in, man. She knows where the snacks are. Miss Glory. Looking magnificent as ever. Fiona. I'm really excited to see, I'll be honest. I'm going to show a little bias here. Out of all the animals, I'm really excited to see a Maximus Fiona baby. Because she's got the stripes. He's already got the tricolor. I'm just curious what their amount of color will produce. She's got black, white, and brown. He's got black, white, and brown. Their horns are both amazing. I'm really curious to see what they do. So, I think she's, I don't know, Princess was born in May. So let's say he bred her by July. I think she's gonna go probably May, maybe early June. So we'll see. Shoot. Aunt Nellie just told you to move, son. Oh man, look at Blue. Mom, hold still. What's up, buddy? I've been approaching this guy a lot less. I don't know. I don't holler. I don't yell. I just try and get near him. And it's going a little better. I think it's because he's been humbled in here a little bit. So he's a beautiful steer. I'd like to see him grow out. I sure would. I sure would. Speaking of pretty, your horns have really come back together. Donkey. What's up, lady? What's going on, old man? Doing okay? Doing okay? Somebody asked us if we ever give them treats, and we do. We give them a lot of treats. But heading into summer, when the grass starts growing, the spring grass, I really try and back off on the treats because they can founder, they can get overweight. That's right. I'm not saying you're overweight. I'm saying you could get overweight. So, same, brother. Same. But yeah, with hay, cubes that they find that the cows don't eat, and treats and spring grass, you're just really asking for it. It's just not safe for them. I really can't believe she's holding that calf hostage still. I think we started talking about it in January. And she's still holding on to it. Isn't she? There's no goop this morning. But there's no bag, so there's no baby on the ground. Don't want to spook him. Not normally this close when he's nursing. Where'd Nellie go? She made her way all the way over here. I was just over here, Nellie. No, we're getting a little bag on us now. Definitely. Nellie, there's no cubes there, honey. I don't even think I dumped any right there. Picking up grass, maybe. Boys, I gotta be honest. You're gonna kick yourselves. The gate's open, bro. Come on, boys. Don't rush too fast. Lily. She just looks pleasant. You guys are bringing this on yourselves. I'm gonna throw this bucket over and there's nothing in here. Okay. Going back to your side now. Come on. Come on. Yeah, he won't challenge Belle. Frank would move her. Watch out, Belle. Like, he's so terrified of Belle that, like, I won't even rush him towards Belle. He won't go. So I'm not gonna make him. They'll realize there's nothing in here in a little bit and they'll see themselves out. Whew. Look at that iron. So this is off the line that goes to the house. And this is the pressure tank before it goes into the house, or holding tank, if you will. And we got to run this every couple months until that iron comes out of there and it stops flowing red, which is still red. That ain't clear yet. You'll see every now and then you'll get little spurts of red in it. There you go, where it's shaking loose. But there's a filter that stops this before it goes into the house. But there's not been a filter that stops the iron before it goes to the cattle. And it can't hurt the cattle. We looked it up. Iron actually sinks to the bottom. But we are cleaning the tanks more than necessary because they just look gross with this red muddy iron in the bottom. Clean it up a little bit, stop that iron before it ever even gets to the tanks. And the tanks really, I mean, we use more water for the cattle than we use for the house, obviously. So, you know, we might have to do this 3 times a year, whereas, you know, we only do this maybe once or twice a year for the house. But I'm cleaning the tanks way more than it looks like, and I'm ready to cut down on that. Last year, our troughs probably didn't look as dirty because we were using what we thought was a bypass, and it wasn't a bypass. And by bypass, I mean when it comes out of the ground and runs to the house, there was a series of levers we were told to flip, and then we could water our cows from that spigot right there. So I had like 600 feet of hose running water to the cows, and the water looked pretty good. And we thought we were bypassing it, but really we were only bypassing the water softener. And if you bypass the water softener, it is for the better. The cattle like it. They like the minerals in the water. But the water probably looked a little bit clearer because we weren't bypassing the iron filter. Well, now that we've added this new line, we are bypassing the iron filter, which is why the cattle troughs look dirtier. Or at least to us, they look dirtier. If you were to take a scoop up there and scoop some water out of the cattle trough, the water is actually pretty clear. It looks like well water. It looks like creek water. But if you were to scoop along the bottom, you'd pick up all that iron. And that's what I'm trying to eliminate, is before it gets there, can I get more of that iron out? And I'm sure we can. So, but right now, with that water you see right there, if I didn't clarify, that's actually pulling iron out of the house before it gets to the house. It's sitting in the bottom of this pressure tank right here. This is the iron filter that stops the iron from going into the house. We have no filter yet, taking water through that to the cows, so that's what we're gonna add. What do you say, pig? What do you say, pig? Frosty? Check this out. I haven't been over here this morning yet. Frosty! Look how down that is. He's eating more of it than he lets on. I know. Come on, buddy. He sure is. This is a label, so we know what's in here. Come on, buddy. He's looking for a bottle still, but that's not what he needs. Come on. Come on. He doesn't run over here to it now because he can eat it anytime he wants, since he's the only one in here. It's been great. Ain't that right, bub? Isn't that right? I believe they still got the spit shine on it from when Dad had them.
Were they shiny?
Yeah. Look pretty good. Does it drive different? Yes, it does. You just can't tell. Looks pretty good though, huh? Feel better? For sure?
Well, now I can get in my car and my truck and not ask you to air my tire.
You can get in your truck and you don't have to holler at me to put air in the tire. Yeah, I've done that the last 2 mornings at like 6 o'clock. It's my favorite. Looks good though. You can pull in if you want. I just need the bath. What's up, doggos? What's up? What's up? I see you. Getting her scratch on. What are you doing? I think Lily just messes with him like Little Donk did.
Yeah.
Wait, there's Lucy.
I stepped out and Cabela was jumping on the deck and picking up her little toy, and you're just out here talking to yourself. And
I had no idea. I just heard the dogs wrestling. I didn't know what she was doing. But no, long story short, Ray got new tires, but they're tires from Grandpa. So thanks to Grandpa, but Grandpa's going to say thanks to me because I gave him the first set of tires. Anyway, everybody's got fresh new tires. Okay, that's what we know. A lot of you guys have asked about an update on the concrete. We haven't been holding back information. We were told on March 5th that a guy would be out here in about 2 weeks and put us ahead of the line to get a new driveway. Currently, we're being ghosted. I think that's the right term. Fair enough?
yeah,
No comment?
he hasn't responded in a few days.
He hasn't responded in about 4 days. And he's not reading our messages either. So he had red receipts on. Now he does not. So we have an address and we're just going to go through the proper proceedings to see what happens. You know, getting a judgment on somebody in a civil suit doesn't always mean you get your money because they can still just not pay it. But we'll see. We'll keep you updated. But now that we're not getting any response, we have to do the court thing. And I think it probably takes 6 to 8 weeks to get a court date. So we're looking way out. But nonetheless, we have a driveway pad. It just doesn't do what we need it to do and what we paid for it to do, if that makes sense. What you need, buddy?
Well, I accidentally dropped my spoon.
Can you just get another?
Well, it's been more than 5 seconds. 5-second rule.
Come here. Come here.
I know my spoon's not food, but
Come here. Goose.
I know my spoon's not
I'm just going to get everybody. Come over here.
But the germs are gonna get on my
So you dropped your spoon
on accident.
and you need a new one because
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute, but it was more than 5 seconds, so you came to tell us you needed a new spoon.
Yeah, it's a 5-second rule. 5-second rule, okay?
Just go get a new spoon out of the drawer, honey.
Which drawer?
The one right by the dishwasher. But we don't want to move Lucy, because if we move Lucy and she goes to have a baby, we'd like that barn, right?
Yeah, but you'd move her over there. I mean,
Yeah. But it might be easier to keep her where she's at before we move her. We're not moving the donkeys. That's what I'm trying to say. I thought we might. But then I brought it up and Ray was present and I had better thought. So the donkeys are staying where they're at. Anyway, all is well. We appreciate you guys. I'm on the mend, but I do want to wrap this video up so I can just go and enjoy family time and stop talking, because the more I talk, the more my throat starts to bother me. So we're just going to cut it off. Sound good? They weren't eating or drinking or nothing before we came out here. All right. Y'all be good. Don't work too hard. Don't make it weird. God bless. Deuces.